right, so APC and ADC, they go neck to neck today as they get to do with the FCT election where we see happen today. And a lot of things don't happen for inside that election, from voter apathy to vote buying to voter intimidation to waiting people they talk to, waiting with yes, some wicked they do, walking around, going polling units by polling units, monitoring the election, waiting being work, waiting they do that for. Why does he have to do that? So to all of the drama we see it happen for inside the election, including say don't forget say we also get other elections that they happen for inside River State and Kano State today. All of those matter and more now carry come your table today. Welcome to Updates with Precious. Another beautiful day to discuss things really happen for inside Nigeria. My name is Precious Ini, and I bid you a very warm welcome to the show. Oh yeah, make we get started sharply. As we talk of things we get to do with our country and the elections and we get to do with our country. And the lesson we're supposed to learn with these elections. Abi, you could just come cry, you end at the end of the day. Waiting we supposed to waiting be the lesson we will for the election. But make I run you through some of the headlines of things that happen, because it's not just about election. Things see they happen today. As I speak to you, kidnapping see they happen, killing see they happen, terrorism acts see they happen for inside Ondo State and other parts of the country. In fact, people they allege say a lot of people don't die for Southeast for terrorism acts recently, and waiting they cause this death of people then for inside sorry, I say Southeast, Southwest for because of terrorism, and waiting they cause them, and why can't they increased for inside the Southwest this period. So all of this matter now will be looked into. Sharply make I bring you up to speed the things that will happen for inside the country. FCT polls, vote buying, mad election. Yaga Africa releases preliminary report. So Yaga Africa don't talk. Say, okay, make we show now waiting we get for inside this election will happen today for inside Abuja. But then we'll get to the report very soon and let you in what's going on. ADC plus APC wins polling units in FCT council election. ADC plus APC wins polling units in FCT council election. And then FCT polls, APC wins chairmanship election at Powiyo Primary School 2, Gwarimpa Ward. And then FCT elections, ADC takes early lead in Kubwa polling units. And then FCT polls, INEX IREV not displaying uploaded results, obedient movement screams. FCT polls, ADC condemns Wike's monitoring. Say, what do you the monitor for? You be monitoring spirit. Kano by elections, Konkosia defends support for children of deceased lawmakers. And then by election, Ramadan public perception behind low turnout. Kano recognize the top down. Say both Ramadan and the public perception concerning election 9 days behind the low turnout of voters. And FCT polls, low turnout traceable to signing of Electoral Act. Sowore 9 talk this one. Wike Hills FCT Council polls as peaceful, lots voter security agencies say then do well. Obedient movement raises alarm over IREV glitch in FCT election results, urges Nigerians to remain alert and vigilant. And then Kano by elections, INEC excludes PDP, NNPP, ADC from ballot after promising Nigerians free, fair election. That now waiting they talk. Deeply troubling and unfair, ADC chieftain Ohai raises alarm over AEDC's, that is Abuja Electric's planned power outage during FCT election. And then moving on, FCT election shows that the only way for Nigerians to get good governance is to remove Tinubu APC through violent revolution. But the Musina in the talk that one say through this FCT election now, it don't show say the only way when Nigeria will get better government now to promote both Tinubu and APC and everybody will be bad belly for government. Now we think but the Musina talk. FCT election, INEC officials arrive polling units with wrong beavers machine. Leave voters stranded. And then FCT council election, parties accused of vote buying in Gwagwalada as voter admits receiving 5,000 naira. 5,000 naira now you receive to vote. Shame on you. Wike is not voter in Abuja, has no role in supervising FCT polls. And lawyer Imehibe F. Young decries movement restrictions. And then pack your belongings, find your way out. APC member threatens anyone who votes other parties in FCT council polls. So for this FCT council, if you vote any other person will not be APC, may pack a load come out. And people are saying, why? All right. Chaos at FCT polling units. Chaos at FCT polling units as INEC officials arrive with wrong beavers machine. Voters stranded. That's another headline there. We are living from hand to mouth. Rufus Giwa Polytechnic staff accuse Ondo government of paying paltry 18,000 naira minimum wage, owing salaries despite new wage law. And terrorists IEDs destroy Nigerian Army armored carrier escorting motorists on Zamfara Road. In case you don't understand this, now our APC, that is armored personnel carrier, our armored personnel carrier, our APC, where we say they carry, where our military use the escort people when they pass for road, so that they go fit pass a particular place because of the activities of the bandits. Guess what? The IED, that is the explosive device, where we say the terrorists then leave for the road, scatter the APC, scatter our armored vehicle, make I call it like that, scatter our armored vehicle, scatter our armored vehicle. That is bomb blast, scatter our armored, but from the terrorists, scatter our armored vehicles. And you don't have to be told the people were injured or dead. Well, terrorist IED destroys Nigeria's armored personnel carrier. That's the story there. I hope you understand it now. And then moving on very quickly, self-acclaimed Arewa leader issues threats. We will avenge killing of northerners in River State. That's what you talk. And then Nigerian scholar petitions Tinubu demands removal probe of Minister Wike over alleged destabilization of Rivers State. And let's see what we have here again. Plateau Police command arrest officer for missing firearms from Riyom division. In case you don't understand, they say our gun then they disappear from a particular division for inside Plateau State. Waiting they disappear our gun then. Waiting make our gun then go disappear. From Riyom division, our gun then they disappear. That's not the bone of contention. Now, gunmen storm estate, seize couple, shoot one in Ondo State, then kidnap couple, shoot one. For Ondo State, it don't do too much. In fact, I had Ondo State people protested today and said, enough is enough. We've had enough of this. 5 killed, house raised in cross-border attack on Benue community. Another one again. And then troops neutralize 5 insurgents, rescue 3 children in Borno State. And then insecurity worsens, we need help, governor declares. Which governor now? I'll let you in on that. Wike is not a voter in Abuja, has no role in supervising FCT polls. Waiting in they do DR and waiting people they shout. Nigerian police detain 2 officers for shooting dead Lagos residents. Officers shoot person die. FCT council election, ADC kicks over voters disenfranchisement at Gwarimpa polling units. And so many other stories trickling in concerning the FCT election, and we'll bring you up to speed with all of them one at a time. FCT election seems Atiku Peter Obi not winning anything. Wike's aide mocks ADC chieftains. Well, all of the stories and more now APC we're going to get for you this evening. Welcome to the show. It's always a delight to be with you and bring you all the matter that we're sharing from inside the country. Make us see what I'll get some more stories to bring on. APC wins 2 seats in Rivers Assembly. Troops recover 2.4 million naira rounds of 2.4 million rounds of ammunition from alleged gun runner. FCT polls, no arrest made by police as voters say satisfied with security. ADC alleges Wike's presence intimidating voters from voting. Well, all of this matter and more ABC they happen today. But let's begin the conversation one at a time. And I opened the phone line earlier today so that we're all jumping on the conversation very, very, very quickly. So I make a first of all take the report of it in Yaga Africa talk because that's very important for us to pay attention to. So civil society organization Yaga Africa has released its preliminary report on the 2026 Federal Capital Territory Area Council elections held today, Saturday. Now, the civic group reported that vote buying was witnessed at various polling units in the election. Now, it was reported that the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) conducted elections for the position of chairman and in the 6 area councils of the FCT, as well as 62 councillorship seats. So Yaga Africa said it deployed trained and duly accredited roving observers to systematically monitor the conduct of the elections. Now, it said that its observers were deployed by 7:30 a.m. and covered polling units across the 62 wards of the FCT, with their mandate including observing key aspects of the voting process, including opening procedures, accreditation, voting, and counting. Now, Yaga Africa said it observed that the election was conducted in a largely peaceful atmosphere, adding that voters who presented themselves at polling units were afforded the opportunity to exercise their franchise without widespread disruption, but added that, notwithstanding this enabling environment, voter turnout was generally low, with most polling units are recording very poor turnout. Now, it said that logical challenges adversely affected the timely commencement of polling, particularly in the Abuja Municipal Area Council, AMAC, where delays in the deployment of personnel and materials contributed to late opening in several locations. It added that the relocation of certain polling units coupled with inadequate and untimely communication of these changes to voters generated confusion and may have resulted to voter disenfranchisement, saying that such administrative lapses have significant implications for electoral access and the public trust. Now, in case you don't understand, some people they say earlier today, as early as this morning, now they begin get notice on say they don't change their polling units. And something we know they very normal. Why would you just change polling units of people, voters, just like that? At the early hours of today, now they hear say, oh, their polling units don't change. Oh, their polling units don't change. I think that's what Yaga Africa is trying to say there. Now, he added that the relocation of these polling units coupled, added to the voter apathy. I said on its preliminary findings, Election Watch Agency said Yaga Africa observers reported a delayed commencement of polling in several polling units, primarily attributable to logistical inefficiencies and in some instances, election security related challenges. As at 9 a.m., setup activities were still ongoing in the majority of polling units observed, now indicating that essential preparatory procedures had not been completed within the time frame prescribed by electoral guidelines. Now, in the Abuja Municipal Area, AMAC, for instance, particularly in Wuse and Gwarimpa wards, several polling units opened significantly behind schedule. Observers noted that polling officials were still arranging materials and organizing the voting environment at 9 a.m. They never even start, with accreditation and voting commencing only after 10 a.m. On average, across the sampled polling units observed, accreditation and voting began, I think, approximately at 10 a.m. So, consistent with Commission's guidelines, or with the INEC Commission's guidelines, critical election materials, including the bimodal voter accreditation beavers devices and the voter registrar, were deployed in the polling units observed. However, in polling unit 004, Wuse Ward Zone 2, primary school, the voter register was not initially available and was only produced after observers raised concerns and voters objected to it, that they no go agree before they come bring the register. In addition, essential voting materials were absent in certain locations. That is, voting materials not be available for certain locations. Voting cubicles were not even observed in polling unit 002, Ward 09, polling unit 006, Ward 01, and polling unit 12, 012 in Ward 10 in Abaji. Now, Abaji Area Council. Furthermore, an ink pad required for the voting process was reportedly missing in one polling unit observed. That is, people come to vote, they don't get ink pad to use put their finger to thumbprint. They don't get. Now, observers reported instances in which voters were reassigned to newly created polling units without prior or adequate notification. That is, they reassign people to new polling units without notifying them earlier. Say, oh, they change your polling unit. So people woke up to go and went to their former polling units. They couldn't vote there. So then I told them, oh, change your polling units. Why? No excuse, no reason. Now, while Yaga Africa acknowledges INEC's efforts to notify affected voters via SMS, some of them, many of these messages were delivered on election day, with some received hours after polling had already commenced in other polling units. Now, the lack of timely and effective communication generated confusion at several polling locations, as numerous voters spent over an hour attempting to ascertain their designated polling units. So some people spend more than an hour, 2 hours to find out where the polling units are, where they go even vote. Now, in multiple instances, this administrative shortcoming contributed to congestion and overcrowding, thereby thereby undermining orderly queue management and potentially discouraging voter participation. The observation further revealed significant disparities in voter distribution within the same polling locations, Such pronounced imbalances raise serious concerns regarding the coherence and reliability of the Commission's polling unit expansion and voter redistribution framework. Now, closing of polling units before the official 2:30 p.m. Observers reported that some polling units closing the polling process before 2:30, even when people never vote finish, they say they don't close. While some polling units experienced poor voter participation, the guideline requires the polling units remain open until 2:30 or until the last person in the queue. So where it be say person, people don't vote finish at 2:30 and I suppose don't pack on a load to go. So even if it be say people never vote finish, you understand, and even if we say 2:30 don't reach, and it be say on a feel say people we don't did there at that time don't vote finish, on are not supposed to close polling, and are supposed to leave them open so that other people will be coming late before that 2:30 can still participate. However, a situation where it be say 2:30 don't reach and people still they queue the votes, you're supposed to allow them to keep voting till the last person finish voting. That's exactly what they're trying to say. Now, security deployment and observer access. Yaga Africa observed heavy security deployment in certain locations, which in some instances impeded the movement of accredited election observers and restricted access to polling units. Now, observers further noted that the heightened security presence created barriers for citizens attempting to access polling units to exercise their rights to vote. But most importantly, they noted that the persistent menace of vote buying once again manifested during the election. Yaga Africa observers documented incidents of vote buying at polling units, underscoring the continued vulnerability of the electoral process to monetary inducement. Now, despite prior assurances and directives issued by INEC to security agencies to identify and apprehend both vote buyers and sellers, these illicit practices reportedly continued in several locations, and not a single arrest was even made concerning that. So this, now waiting as the election use work to do. But let me quickly tell you some of those things, complaints that people make, and here's what Precious Uche had to say. Take a listen to that.
They are rigging, They have started rigging, Share this video. Which one be say person reach where one vote? In everything, this system, in picture, all in data don't come outside saying that they're supposed vote. They say NI no pop up, so you no go vote. If they ask what should I do, I got fight, shout. I want to ring. That's why all the while we were outside campaigning. You know, I did not see APC one day. I did not see APC on the streets. Not only PDP, I see when they use bicycle they campaign. I did not see APC one day. One lie. Because they have. In fact, now even when people start to insult Wike, after he talks, whoever is the APC candidate will not get 1,000 votes. I be talking for news. After he made that publication, people started cursing him. Abuja people were insulting him. That is when Wike came out the next day to go and campaign. I said, no, you first sit down for your house now. Now people are coming out to go and vote. They're asking for NIN. They're asking for NIN. You know, I'm making these videos so you know how the election of 2027 will be. They want to rig if they've never started rigging. Anybody that is outside voting, fight! It's only fight that can save our nation, Nigeria. Share this video. If you're outside, you are voting for PDP, you are wasting the vote. You are voting for SDP, you are wasting the vote. Even AAC, you are wasting the vote. Everybody mount behind ADC and make a statement against these criminal apes called APC. They are rigging. This early morning, I heard they were sending text message to people that they've changed their voting, whatever, their voting polling units, and it was a lie. It was a lie, nothing like that, just to cause destabilization. What do they call the English? Destability, disable. All of you. Oh my God, sorry for the F language. They are rigging, everybody come outside, Everybody come outside. They are ringing, Hey! Woo! We can want to simulate Fubara everybody. But God pass them.
Okay, tell us your name.
Yeah, good morning. My name is Mr. Austin Ode.
All right, Mr. Austin, you said you have an issue.
Yeah, my polling unit is 004, which is here. I did my registration here in Kurudu, and I was supposed to vote now. I found my picture, find my everything is there, but I was supposed to vote. They this thing refused to capture me, and my name is in the system. That I cannot find my name number.
So they are saying that your name is in their system and they can see it.
Yes.
But then they cannot find your NIN number. Did they give you any reason why they cannot?
They have not given me any reason.
I'm not even done doing this video. I just saw another report that INEC brought the wrong beavers machine to a polling unit. The wrong beavers machine. INEC is mad. Hey, can you people fight? Hey!
Okay, all right, so that's it. And I don't hear that now some of the things ABC happened today. However, let me also bring you some of the sights and sounds of the election today. From when ABC FCT Minister Wike began turnaround. In fact, first of all, I begin with some people where they allege say because they didn't vote for Labour Party for the last election, say then promote their names from the same polling units where ABC them votes. They don't let them vote back for that same polling unit again. They commode their names to that polling unit. While people they talk say, how is that even possible? Some people talk say, how is it not possible? Well, let's take a listen.
All the people who vote for Labour Party last time for presidential election, INEC don't commode their name for voters registration. See there, we don't find our name tired, we no see them.
We will not take that.
We don't, they say more go meet our lawyer. Which lawyer? Which lawyer? We won't go mean me right. Lawyer will be APC. Yeah. Like 12 polling units. No one, we don't see our name. We are all here. See there. Nobody one polling unit to we plenty. They don't come all our names. People who vote for INEC, we vote for Labour Party last time. So one vote them come out now. They don't come out our name from system. Criminal people.
Destroyed the faith of the public in elections. This is probably an election in a long time where I see the lowest amount of participation. Yes. Because people have lost faith in elections. Yes. And it was because the foolish people at the National Assembly made a law that they don't want transparent elections. Thinking that Nigerians they will come and stay and vote in election when they are not sure that the outcome of their decisions will be made clear through electronic transmission of results. So, but we are also using this opportunity to call on Nigerians that the less people vote, the more opportunity they have to decide for you. So we have to turn this around. You all know that I'm about the revolution. And the revolution can come by ballot or otherwise. So you are not under any obligation to do your revolution by voting. You can do it before voting, during voting, and after voting. That's all I have to tell you. Thank you so much. Low, unbelievably low voters' participation. That's the assessment. People are not voting anymore.
You can see how this place is now. Even presidential election, we don't have.
They've lost faith in voting, and that translates to the fact that they have lost votes in our democratic process. Because it's not only votes. People are hungry. People embrace democracy because they said they had something to offer that is different from every other government. But when you embrace the process and you discover that it's supposed to be for everybody, but only a few people are benefiting from it, no matter how foolish you are likely to lose faith in that system.
Yes, sir.
All right, so this is the young lady that they said they caught with a lot of voters' cards and some incriminating material. And we to make the arrest her for this place. So they actually arrested her because of that.
Are we turning this way?
Well, this now a few of the things where APC happened today for inside the election. Now you see how APC Oga and Wake in the parade different polling units, and people they complain, they talk, say, Oga, what exactly are you looking for? That you're not a contestant. So what are you looking for as minister for the FCT? Waiting you to work up and down they do, and people now waiting part of waiting make people on their ledge say, you get as this election will use bill. Excuse me, but a lot of other drama also unfolded, especially the one I told you about how some people could not even see their polling units at all to vote in the first place. How the wrong beavers, how they even bring wrong beavers. I don't know how INEC could make that kind of silly mistake in the first place. Taking a wrong beaver. In fact, including the one where we say small big almost happened, where we say then throw punches. There was also a place where they were attacking people too. Yes. There was a place where they were also attacking people. So these are a few things where we say happen, and people they wonder, say, when are we really going to get it right in our elections? Now, this is not some of the katakata where we say happen. You hear all right, so that's some of the things that ABC happen, and people are really worried about the outcome of the election and when ABC will get them right for inside our country. Here, an initial complaint where somebody also gets
election in this place, right?
Vote buying for inside the election. Take a listen.
Election in this place right here. But as you can see the formula of sharing money. You understand? People come and they are sharing money. You understand? And they are drawing the attention of people instead of people to focus and be doing the election. Look at it now. If you can see them now going there. They are drawing attention of people. Later on now, before they will come now to come and do election, the time is up already. They cannot join the queue. That is the problem. That's just the problem we are having right now, and we are focusing right now. Please, if the security agency can help us, you understand, let them come out. Please help us resolve this issue. Because people are coming here to share money, so we don't want it. Actually, the election going on, you can see, is free and fair. But my main concern is that why are they coming to share money in this place? We are drawing the attention.
All right, so you heard that vote buying there, and unfortunately, no arrest has been made so far. And about some of the same thing that go on for inside River State, according to waiting ABC we hear for the election where ABC also take place for River State, and people are saying that do we have to continue like this? A lot I would like to talk about concerning this election, but I'd like to quickly move to other issues, especially as it get to do with INEC don't blame say the low turnover that because of Ramadan prayer and all of those things and waiting make low turnover day. And so far we don't see ADC and APC they struggle to win the election, but it doesn't look like the winning of the ADC will be anything to write, to go by, because we already see Dr. Mo Paul done the complaint already. They complained that his his polling unit agents were beaten, were harassed, were kicked out, especially during collation. Especially during collation. So I do not know why we did not put this into consideration that this was going to happen. Yes, obedient movement also come and talk say, oh, the collation, the IREV, nothing they go on for IREV. IREV they on, but nothing they go on. But why did we not see all this coming? Why are we always acting surprised after each election? When are we going to learn our lesson? So now 2027, everybody will come out. People will come out from abroad, will come out from east, west, north, and south to come conduct, come participate for the election. Will come finish, and the opposition will begin give us this same complaint, this same excuse all the time. Why did they not do their due diligence? Why can they not do the assignment? Will you not know that your polling unit agents will be beaten before? Will you not know? Was that not part of what happened in 2023 election? Were you not supposed to learn from what happened in 2023 election to better equip your people? Were you not supposed to learn from that? Why is this taking you by surprise? So a lot of things will be they happen for this election. People are a bit, someone like me, I'm a bit pissed. Like, we ought to have known. We ought to understand the modus operandi of the people we're dealing with, and then also look for ways to face them squarely. Either face them their corruption style by their corruption, or look for a way to mitigate them or stop them from doing that what they do. How do we wait for them to finish doing what they're doing now? Because they don't come again, or they're rigging, or they're doing this. What do we do? Why are we dumb? Why are we not active? Why are we not proactive? Why are we not proactive? Are we saying we are just helpless in Nigeria for inside our elections? So every election cycle will come out, come they cry, say, oh, they don't do this one, or they don't do that one, and that's all we have to do. Can't we be creative enough to look for things that we can do to either stop them from doing this bullshit, excuse my language, that they do, or we beat them to their game? Why are we like this? I am just so worried. I mean, all the stories about election and all that, I'm a bit disappointed, because it would never stop. It would keep happening. This is just what it is. It will keep happening, excuse me. So, I mean, see all the vote buying, all the drama and all that we surround the election. Not just the same story. Every year, the same story. Every time, the same story. Well, let me quickly let you in on this. I thought I told you before that Nigerian Army Armored Personnel Carrier APC has reportedly been destroyed by an explosive device along the Keta Dangiba Road in Zamfara State, raising fresh concerns over worsening insecurity in the region. So they scatter our armored personnel carrier for inside waiting they do. But that's not even the most scary news. The scariest part now say over 50 people now don't die for inside Dutsindan Ajayi village. For inside Dutsindan Ajayi village and Anka local government area of the state. Over 50 people now this will enter, begin kill anyhow, murdered over 50 people. This is one of the deadliest attacks that has happened in recent times. Residents of the village who spoke on condition of anonymity disclosed that the bandits, or terrorists as they are, carried sophisticated weapons, raided the village yesterday night, Thursday night, and shot sporadically over 50 people. An election they go on today, government never talk anything, 50 human beings don't die good. 50 human beings don't die good. Now, he added that terrorists blocked all the access roads linking the community to prevent people from running away. So as they try run come out from that place, they don't kill you. Now, he said after blocking all the roads, the bandits started to shoot at sight and the villagers ran helter-skelter. I don't know when we're not making noise about this particular incident. 50 human beings have died in Zamfara State. 50! 9 don't die for Zamfara State. 59 don't die for Zamfara State. I mean, we're still talking about Benue State. And what will they talk about? Waiting, Frank told the attribute to the complicity of the Nasarawa state government for waiting to happen for Benue State. Saying that from there, now we say that from these people they come, they attack both Plateau and Benue State. But Zamfara State is in trouble now. Find out the religion of most of these people we didn't kill. Find out their root, the root of most of these people we didn't kill. Enter a particular village, shoot anyhow. 50 people don't die, and it's so heartbreaking that we have a government till now, as I'm talking to you, their eyes they on the ball on the elections where they go on. How they go feel use clinch all the seats. They have not even bothered to mention anything about. We'll never see presidency comment on them. Well, and the state government has not commented on it. Nothing. 50 human beings there. In fact, they said after blocking the road, after the attack, we realized that 30 people were killed, some were wounded, while several others are at large. Nobody knows their whereabouts. And later on, we can't see more, but we make up 50. Corpses of the victims have been robed in white, robed in white rather in preparation for burial as a ceremony. It was gathered that the attackers also abducted many residents during the raid, which lasted till the wee hours of Friday. I beg, I think say these people then will be say they attack, they say they be Muslims. They said they fast. Please, the people that are attacking in the name of Allah Akbar, are they not fasting? How will Allah hear their prayer like this in this fast that are fasting? That you kill your fellow human beings, both Muslims and Christians, or both Muslims alone, at such holy time of your religion. How do we even accept things like this? Now, Reuters said that it is 50 people who died and that were killed in this attack. That now what's an international international media agency talk, saying that 50 people now been killed. So in case of your local news, they say, oh, na 30, or na 10, na 20. Reuters saying that 50 people now been killed. 50 human beings now been killed. And it is so bad. You see, this is, I don't know why I heard so much talking about this conversation, because as we are in Nigeria like this, you don't even know whose death is next. That's the way we are in Nigeria right now. You don't know who's next. You don't know whose death will come next. People of Ondo State are already protesting that, oh, our killings are happening in their place, so they're killing them in Ondo State, oh, this and that. Oh. We don't even know what's going on. Oh, by the way, make I tell you the story. Remember that story I told you that Asari Dokubo came here to talk about, Abi? When you talk saying that Igbo people now go to attack people. I tell you now, Arewa people now don't talk, say they kill their people now say Igbo people, they kill their people for River State. Igbo people, they kill their people for Enugu. Say they go soon do reprisal attack. You see why I said that what Asari was saying was dangerous? Because how do you have an attack in the markets where a northerner killed another northerner, and everyone in the market normally got emotional and got angry, and then you blame it on only Igbo people because now only Igbo people did the market? How did you do your calculation to know that it's only Igbo people that is in that market? Excuse me. How did you do your calculation to notice that it's only Igbo people that's in that market? I go back, go find you that footage of Asari Dokubo saying that, so that you understand what I'm saying. Because I have the footage of the self-acclaimed Arewa youth now saying that they would have a reprisal attack. He spoke in Hausa, he spoke in English language. Let me see if I can get that story and quickly read it so that we'll get straight to the conversation, because it's really very painful, when things like this happen in Nigeria. I don't know why we don't call Asari Dokubo to order. I don't know, maybe because it's still President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's friend. So we're yet to call him to order, to tell him that, no, enough of this, your thing that you do. It's enough. Go feel they jam people head together like that now. Go good now. Good now. You go jam people head together. Now, reading it. So a self-acclaimed leader of the Arewa youth has threatened retaliation over the recent alleged killing of northern traders in parts of southern Nigeria, warning that failure by security agencies to prosecute those responsible could trigger reprisals. Now, in a video circulating online, the youth leader expressed anger over what he described as repeated attacks on northerners in River State and Enugu states. Very soon, we will avenge the killing of our northern brothers killed in River State, he said. If our people are not brought to justice, we are going to retaliate. Now, he alleged that northern youths have been killed in Port Harcourt and other locations, but he did not provide verified casualties or casualty figures or specified details of the victims. Make I just show you within it up, and I'll go back to that. Then there's a video again I'll show you. Take a listen.
Seriously, abin da ake mana a arewa, yan arewa wannan cin mutunci ya yawa. Kashe mana mutane ake yi. Our youth has been killed in Port Harcourt. Seriously, abin da ake mana a arewa, yan arewa wannan cin mutunci ya yawa. Kashe mana mutane ake yi. Our youth has been killed in Port Harcourt. Our youth has been killed in Enugu State. Our youth has been killed in Odo State. Just of recent, an kashe mana mutane a Enugu, an kashe mana mutane a Edo. Duk wani wuri a gefen nan a gefen kudancin Nigeria, kashe mana mutane ake yi. They kill our people. We are not living peace in southern part of Nigeria. Why? Are we not Nigerian? So I'm using this opportunity as the president of Northern Nigerian Youth to appeal for the president of Federal Republic of Nigeria to appeal for our security agencies. The recent attack of Aboki Moscow in Port Harcourt, after a consultation and making research, we realized 4 of our members has been killed. Kusan mutane hudu aka kashe mana matasa a Port Harcourt. So in this note, yanzu muna bin abubuwa ne a hankali, gradually. We are law-abiding citizens. We are watching to see if the government will take note, if the government will arrest and bring those who are killing our youth to justice. If not, wallahi ida murama, we are going to retaliate. Yanzu dai kawai muna bin abubuwa ne kawai a hankali, we are going to retaliate. Kuma lokacin da mu matasan arewa da murama, in da murama fa abin ba zai yi kyau ba. Domin we have Igbos living in Abuja. Majority of the business in northern Nigerians, Igbo are the one doing it, and they are living in peace. Mama kashe su. So yada yi akwai Igbo a arewacin Nigeria, suna harkan su a Abuja, suna harkan su a Kano, suna harkan su a ko ina a arewacin Nigeria. Ba ma musu komai, amma mu kuma suna kashe mana mutane. What happened in Port Harcourt ma, Igbo has no any business with it. It's between a northerner with his fellow brother northerner, 2 northerners. But at the end of the day, Igbo tried to hijack the whole process and start killing our people. Please, please, our security agencies, please, please, our leaders from the northern Nigerian, ku yi wani abu. Ya kamata ku dinga magana, kashe mana mutane da ake yi fa yana yawa. Shiru da muke yi da hakuri da muke yi ba wanda muna tsoro bane ba, a'a. Mu yan arewa muna da hakuri ne kuma san mu da hakuri. In this note, ina kiran matasan arewa, matasa ku yi hakuri da wannan abu da ya faru. Amma cikin kwanan nan, in gwamnati bata dauka mataki ba, mu da mu fito a matsayin mu na shugabannin ku mu ga muku mu doka mataki. Kuma mun sani da mu fara. Akwai gurare kamar su Abuja, su Kano da sauransu. Da mai fara doka mataki a irin wannan wurare. Tunda Igbo ma suna yin business nasu, amma muna ga musu ku yi hakuri matasa. All our youth in northern Nigeria should be patient. Allow security agencies to do their job. And I want to use this opportunity to appreciate Tukubo Asare and most of the leaders, Ijo leaders and leaders in Port Harcourt that came out openly and disassociate themselves with this terrorist attack by the Igbos. So thank you very much. May Allah bless and each one of you.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Thank you, Nasari Dokubo, for the terrorist attack against their people. I have more information to give you on this. Meanwhile, let's go back to what Nasari Dokubo had said about this.
IPOB supporters have invaded Rivers State and on our soil had killed, destroyed the properties of Muslim Northerners. Muslim Northerners for a crime committed by a Christian. Mosques 6 were vandalized. One mosque was burnt down, was burned and totally vandalized. When I heard the information yesterday about Muslim being attacked, in fact, it was a Christian relation living at Obibo that called me that oil mill is an old area, northerners and others were fighting because an Aboki killed a Christian. And immediately I reached out to members of the northern community. Immediately, I started making calls. And most of them were unaware of what was happening. In fact, I don't want to mention their name, but one of them told me that the person is lying. There is no such incident. And immediately, I said, look, try to find out. And immediately swung to action. And he later called me that indeed there was a riot going on and northerners are being attacked. And he was in a position as the leader, one of the leaders of the northern community, to immediately do something about it. So I urged him to immediately do something about it. I called some security officers immediately to alert them, which they told me they already know, and they are trying to put mechanism in place to stop what was happening. Finally, in the night, because my phone kept ringing and we kept talking, finally in the night, I got one of the northern leaders, one of the Arewa leaders, who told me that two Christians fought. One from Benue, a Tifi man, and the other one from Adamawa. The one from Adamawa, two Christians. The one from Adamawa stabbed the one from Benue to death. Immediately, the Igbos around took it over and started a Aboki must go protest. Destroyed all the shops owned mostly by northern Muslims. I don't think there was any Christian shop that was destroyed. And attack mosque, vandalize the oil mill mosque, attack the one mosque, and it is feared that people must have been captured and have been killed. Two Christians fought. One Christian stabbed another Christian to death. Because they are from the north, immediately it became a fight by Igbos element. When we will react, they should not turn our state to battlefield. If they want to fight their war, they should go to their own state. We will not allow it in our own state. Because when we will react, we will do that. Why? By that time they will run. You can run to anywhere. You can't turn our state to battleground to fight your ethnic war, to fight your religious war. River State cannot be converted to a battleground. We are warning you now, because we will not take it from you. We are warning you, we will not take it from you. Enough is enough. It is not Rivers people that reacted. The Arewa Consultative Forum in the north, in Rivers State, had issued a statement, had come out openly, that the two people involved in the fight were northerners of the Christian faith. And the one from Adamawa stabbed the one from Benue to death. So how does it concern Muslims? How does it concern us? When they were attacking the Muslim, do they distinguish between Yoruba Muslim Each Muslim, every Muslim was attacked. Just because we say la ilaha illallah, we are Muslim, we were attacked in our own space, in our own state, by strangers on our land. For crimes we did not commit, turning our state into battlefield. Hey, they ate us. Who is hating the Igbo? What do they have that they are hating us? Did they produce an Otedola or a Dangote? Why would they hate? The average Rivers man does not hate a Yoruba man. The average Rivers man does not hate an Hausa man, does not hate a Doe man. There must be something you are doing for people to dislike you. You can't live in other people's space. Go back to your home.
I would have to stop it here, but I just want to also have a, to understand where the Arewa youth is coming from. And honestly speaking, if I were the Arewa youth, I will also not blame him after seeing this video from Asari Dokubo, because I would get emotional and I'll feel like, oh, they're killing our people unjustly, or is the Igbos? Because clearly here we could see that Asari Dokubo accused the Igbos of this. But the question is, how did Asari Dokubo understand that it is only the Igbo people in the oil markets that were involved in destroying the market of the Hausa people? And is that Asari Dokubo also saying that it was fair for the Hausa man to have stabbed the Benue State woman to death just because you carry your cat, block the woman market? The woman say, move your cat, come up from my road. He did in front of my shop, come out from my shop. The man got angry, brought out the gun and stabbed the lady, and she died. So you're not even condemning the act that started the violence, but you're just creating an ethnic, perspective to the incident. Is that fair? Now we know that there is no market in River State. I dare say that you would not have combination of different people. There is no market in River State that you do not have Rivers indigenes as part of people in that market. I am from River State. And I can tell you categorically that there is no market in River State where you say, oh, only Igbo people don't get this market. But where? Now then get River State. No. So how did you ascertain that it's only the Igbo people in the market that got angry and destroyed things of the Hausa people or the Hausa properties in that market? How did you come to your calculation? How did you get that figure? If not that you're just a wicked man who wants to incite violence. If you don't want to incite violence, why would you bring an ethnic coloration to this conversation? Someone committed a crime and there was jungle justice. And then, boom, you blame it on the Igbo people. It's the Igbo people that created the jungle justice. Because for all I care, that was jungle justice, which is condemnable. You cannot say you do not condemn jungle. It is condemnable. We condemn it. It's unfair that there is that jungle justice. But how did you now come to the conclusion of blaming it on the Igbo people? Now, let me kindly play to you some things that has happened within the week, because, I mean, here is someone from the Arewa community also clearing, talking about what
is going on social media is very wrong. Hausa don't kill TV man. Hausa don't kill TV man. Hausa man don't kill TV man. That is what is going on. Come on. And the truth of the matter, let me clear this air. Two people are fighting between a thief man and a Adamawa person. They are the people fighting. And finally, the Adamawa person stabbed the thief guy, and the thief guy died. And two of them are Christians from the same religion, from the same faith, but all are Northern, they are part of us. And now they kill another. And now the people that even other people, even though some of them are not from the thief, hijack the matter, start killing a Northern. You understand? Try killing the Northern community people and Muslims. They want to turn the thing to religion war. We don't want it. The thief, the Doma, the Hausas, we are one family. The matter will die. The people that die, may their soul rest in peace. We that are alive, let's take note and hold ourselves. Peace, salam alaikum. Maybe.
So let me quickly play you the footage of an Igorita youth, also not so far from that incident, also saying that, you know what, they don't want Hausa people in the community again. Igorita is a village or a community in Ikore local government area. Take a listen to that. Take a listen.
Stopping of Aboki bike riders operating within Igorita. 2, closure of every scrap dump site in Igorita that is operated by these same individuals. 3, prompt arrests and prosecution of all Aboki bike riders involved in the murder of Ncholem, Samuel Festus, and any other crimes committed against our people. Number 4, all cattle riders, both Fulani herdsmen, must vacate our land, and all herdsmen must stay away from our bushes with immediate effect. We are committed to upholding the rule of law and will not resort to self-help. Nevertheless, we expect the relevant security agencies to act decisively on demands 1 and 2 and 4 within 48 hours of this communique. Failure to do so, we will compel the community to take necessary measures to safeguard our lives and properties. We call on all security agencies, local government authorities, and all concerned stakeholders to treat this matter with urgency it deserves and to work with us in restoring peace and justice to the people. I'm down.
Now that's an Ikore young man from Igorita in Ikore local government area. What did you hear him read again? And why did he read that thing he read? That the same northerners, that this young man now that said he is a northern youth came out to see that, oh, because people are peace loving and they're living their lives safely and that people are coming to attack them falsely. Is it fair? Is it also Igbo people that went to Ondo states to kill an Ondo king in his palace? Is it also an Igbo people that went to Ondo state to kill an Ondo state king in his palace? Shebina waiting Prophet Olowo carry the talk say, if to say na Igbo people not commit this offense, now we no go hear word. But all of a sudden, everywhere they quiet. In your own, in a Yoruba soil, you kill a king, not just an ordinary man, a king in a Yoruba soil. What have they done about it? Why is there no opera? Now, here is also what, now this is the kind of emotions that has been built because of the statement. Because here is the statement, I think the Hausa community in Rivers State also released the statement because of this. I'm sorry that I had to attend to this, but it's just very important that we paid attention to this. Because this is the kind of emotions where we say Asare Dokubo, they incite for inside River State. And it is very, very wrong. What has been done is condemned. I mean, when Ibi say Uromi people, they kill some people for inside Uromi. Why did they not say that it was Igbo? They also blame it on Igbo people in Uromi. That is Igbo people in Uromi that caused the killing. So everything when they happen for Nigeria and Igbo, they cause them. Now you guys must have some bile in your system to harbor all these hurts. Well, let's take a listen to what the Hausa community said. Take a listen. It's just a misunderstanding among both northerners and two northerners, and that just went south. Well, Nigerians, phone lines are open. Let me have you come into the conversation. I don't want to keep talking. You know, 08170294077. That's the WhatsApp number to call, or you click on the link on the page post, and that link will bring you straight into the studio to join the conversation. I just thought to quickly bring you up to speed with that. As I speak to you now in Zamfara State, they don't kill over 50 people for Zamfara State, according to Reuters. Over 50 people don't die for Zamfara State as at yesterday night. And we've not heard any official statement from Nigerian government. And international newspapers don't carry out. But we know, even our papers just carry on sparingly. They know even like I say, we don't be too used to reporting deaths, so it's no longer a problem for us. But let me let people in very well. I like that I see Dogowa here. Dogo, you're welcome. I don't understand. I don't understand. I can't hear you, sir.
Why you not go understand? You go understand.
Nati, why don't you use know you?
The name don't change now.
They never take light where you did. They cannot take light where you are.
We don't go village now. We don't go village. Join the village
Village
people.
Voice. Village
Yeah,
Voice movements.
village boys. We could go fight from village. How you doing?
I did inside the day like this. Good evening and welcome.
Good evening, precious.
Yes, sir.
Now so now the two way we dey see now. People don't tell us and say when they shout, electoral reform, electoral reform, well, electoral reform. That's the only way. That's the only way. We said it here that electoral reform is not the problem. The one way una get, make una implement them well. That will take you somewhere. I say no, oh, electoral reform, oh, this one, it's okay. We say, even if they do them, these people no go, nobody there will go want make you put pen to paper to do any amendment. We go come out and we go make and no come back. We said that. We said that even if just in case that they even manage to even do amendment, President fit delay them, if it no sign now. We said that one. We said also that the problem is not just electoral reform. The people will go implement those reforms. They are not coming from heaven. Nah, the same of the same. We said that one. And we even went on to say that if and Dr. Katch also said it, if we have a judiciary that would dispense justice freely and fairly in line with the dictates of the law, then that's when we can see things begin to happen. So, and there's nothing in the amendment when we talk about judiciary, there's nothing about amending certain laws, that has to do with the judiciary. Nothing. Even this thing to punish electoral offenders and give them 10 years imprisonment, they reject them. So I'm not surprised that whatever comes out of the election in Kano or in Federal Capital Territory or in Rivers State, I'm not surprised. I won't be surprised because we said these things, So, but like I said the other time, now all these things go cause a very serious problem. They go lead seriously to a conflagration. Because if you think you don't count the people, you don't do all those things, and you are still rigging, why would you rig if you think you have done very well? You have all the people. You are still afraid. You are still preventing people from voting. Look at what happened. I was monitoring the voting in the morning, when voting was taking place. And some of the thank God for Yaga Africa, because in other panel platform, I stated some of the things that we'll see. In Lugbe, primary school, Lugbe 2, in a primary school unit 009, a police catch person where they buy vote, they give people money, and it was reported. In some areas, voting no start early. People were waiting, and this not just.
That I was supposed to. I had planned and gotten guests, and I was going to relay the election live, but I just told myself that it was just an effort in futility. There's no need.
Yeah, there's no the basic
to stress myself extra in the midst of my busy schedule to go through all this drama at the end of the day.
The videos are all there.
It's just garbage in, garbage out. So.
Yes, the videos are all there, and Yaga Africa, in their interim report, have said basically. In fact, I said these things in the morning. Thank God that after the election, Yaga Africa came to reiterate some of the things that I said on another platform. So it's not surprising. A leopard cannot change his skin. It's very, very clear. So, and I said that protest wasn't going to change this whole thing. It's not protest. We have to do something much more than protests. It has to be done, But like I said, all these things where they do, now go rupture from within. You will go see
But
what you
that
go happen.
rupture we talk, we no see am now. Nothing there like say the rupture now. Nothing looks
So
like
now the results have not been announced now. This thing takes time. Now fire not they just fire they smoother now. Some fire they smoother. They go take time. Go they bring out thick smoke before it go blow. Apart from hydrocarbon fire, that is fire from like fuel and all that. We go just light, boom. You know, the one for Nigeria now the smoke, now the process they go through. So all the things we until everything will go cause the fire, making the actual fire make come out. They are still there. They there. You know they gather. You know so now this smoke now we see now. This can be the end of the story. You know, but it's unfortunate that this is just a small election, by election, and this thing election for Federal Capital Territory. We know if we conduct with the new using the new 2026 amended Electoral Act. We're using it, and INEC is in the saddle. The new INEC chairman is in the saddle. You know, if it even,
by the way,
conduct.
did you not hear him? He said that he praised the election, that it's been largely peaceful. Is this? Is that? Did you hear him?
Well, I heard him, but you heard Yaga Africa, what they're saying. You heard Yaga Africa. Some people went in there. This thing was changed. You get people's polling station, polling units changed just few hours before the election. I saw on video. I saw people complaining that this is where they register, this is where they've been voting. Their names no there. Some people say their name there, but they cannot register because this thing is rejecting them. And then there were some parties that were not even on ballot. So how can he be giving himself a part of the? It is too early even for anybody to begin to give himself a pat on the back. It's too early because the reports have not all come in. The NGOs have not sent in their reports. So how can he be giving himself a pat on the back? Well, how? That's the problem, and it's not him that should be giving himself a pat on the back. Now people go give him, not himself. So the more things change, the more they remain the same. That's what we are seeing. So it's not. There's nothing impressive so far, irrespective of whatever the result is. So far, there is nothing that has happened. In one of the voting units in the army barracks, peaceful. Why they not go mess up there? Maybe they see trouble. You see, so this is a test run for 2027. And this is just a Federal Capital Territory, where you are dealing with 1.6 million, and even less than that come out because the turnout was low, and you can't organize this thing properly. Electoral materials were going late. What if you were doing it in a place like River State, where you have to go through creeks, you have to go through this thing? This is just routine with all your resources. It's not your state INEC that is doing it. It's INEC from the head office in Abuja. And you can't put this thing together. You have all the time in the world. You have all the money. And this is the result that you get, and you're giving yourself a pat in the back. It's very, very shameful. It's shameful. The man should just keep quiet and let people assess him. People are laughing at us. I don't hear many people, they make reference to India. 1.4 billion people, over 900 million registered voters. And they defeat the whole election. And they don't have crisis like we're having. They don't have issues like we're having. This one just 1.6 million people, out of which maybe, according to them, less than this thing, maybe you get about 500 or 600 people.
Tiwa, just help me hold your thought there. Make I talk to Oga Marvelous. Mr. Marvelous, good evening and welcome.
Yeah, good evening, Precious. Good evening, Mr. Tiwa Dajuman. Precious.
Sir?
I don't know your people. I can't say I don't know.
Me too, I'm tired. My tired is getting tired.
You know, as I'm even talking to you now, I'm in front of my workstations. I've been on the IRF portal.
Now they don't begin to upload the results. They just started uploading now.
Yeah, trying to see the results they've uploaded and everything. That of Kano, I know that of Kano is an APC state. A lot of rubbish will be done on that area.
You never see the problem with the Kwankwaso issue.
Yeah, I have not come out because even since they started since that afternoon, I've just tried to follow since that one. I've been following the update on the IRF and all that and following, but I've not really concentrated in those areas because, for God's sake, these people have to. They need to flush these people out. This bunch of criminals, they all need to be flushed out. Look again, this which again the so-called everywhere I call himself the minister or whatever. That guy's supposed to be arrested. What he did today was intimidation. You are not voting. You are not voting. You're not supposed to be parading the police station. You're not a security operative. I said, what is really going on in that country? What kind of power drunkenness or intoxicates this guy that makes this guy to be doing as if he's untouchable? He's not supposed to even step his foot into any of those police units. You are not an INEC official. You are not a security officer, or whatever. You're not a security officer. What are you doing in the police unit parading saying that you're going to inspect? What are you inspecting? What is really going on in that country? Isn't that the people, even when you even go there, you could see the people, if you were to be in a sense, that guy will be chased out. Those are the people you see, you start calling them. All of you just sit quiet, they are looking at him. Because enough is enough. This whole thing is getting everybody frustrated now. It's getting everybody frustrated. I've just been on the IRF, even as I'm even going through the IRF, now going through all the results they've uploaded. So the thing still there's a question mark. I even saw a video not quite long now that this Mama P is saying that there was a beaver, the beavers are got missing. But when they go to Correction Center now, they now brought the beavers out. Is that not questionable? There was even a video I've come across again. One of the one of the correction officer or whatever, I don't know. They attacked him on the road. They started beating him with cutlass and everything. People were standing vigil.
All right. So kindly wrap up on your thought. Let me bring someone else. Someone is at the backyard too, trying to join us.
Okay, it's all right. So, like I said, my take is like, please. We need to continue speaking to the consciousness of these Nigerians. We need to continue speaking to them because
I don't tire.
The roads they are going, it will not help.
At this point, I'm almost getting tired too. At some point, I just feel like I'm tired.
There's something I need to also add. There was a police officer. You see, there was one police officer that said he went and brought ballot paper for somewhere else. He went to come and start putting it on the ballot box or whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. When you assess that police officer, you could see that you assess that man. You could see that man is, as in, I don't know what I'm saying. Hungry don't wire and bless hungry one finisher. It's like these people here. They look the people they will pick, what they want use for the evil, what they want to. People they know say they feel offer some kind of setting, whatever. The people don't feel reject, don't feel say no. They know if you look that police officer, you will see the way they talk. You start say, if you are best way not be okay. Yeah? When I assess that video,
all right.
Because you know the few boss where we see they are still intelligent, they know what they are doing. You can't try that nonsense with them.
All right, thank you.
Just pray that this people wake up, honestly. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right, I think I get somebody else for the backyard. Make a let them come in so that I think we'll quickly drop in thoughts. Good evening and welcome, Mr. Win. Good evening.
Yeah, thank you so much, Precious. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, but we can't see your face soon.
Yes, I'm in the dark. I'm in my village. I'm in Ghana.
Oh, Gawi, they call us from Ghana. Welcome. Why you not go get
Thank you
light
so
from
much.
Ghana? Why?
Oh, we get light everywhere. See, everywhere is light.
Oh, you there outside?
This is my village.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm outside. I'm not in the room. I'm outside.
Okay, so
We have
kindly drop your
light in
thoughts.
the village. A remote village in Ghana.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much. Good evening to your guests there and those that are, in the comment section. I just want to say here, looking at what is happening, in Nigeria. Nigeria that's supposed to be the beacon of democracy in Africa, and to a large extent, the world has become the ridicule of democracy. Vote buying, killings, and so on and so forth, mass, Nigerian elections. What Nigeria is practicing is not democracy. Nigeria is practicing a different kind of democracy that the world, has never seen. That is that. And this is a taste of what is going to happen come 2027. And remember, the Supreme Court of Nigeria has, given the green light to INEC to decide whether to use IREV, BVAS, or use manual. If that is not set aside, your votes cannot count. INEC would decide on which form that they are going to use.
Hello, sir. Be like say village network, don't kick them. All you village boys, you see the consequences of being a village boy.
No, that's not what the 2026 electoral.
Let your results. We are
So your network is really bad. We can't hear you.
now. Can you hear me now?
Okay, we can hear you now. Go ahead, sir.
Okay. See, I'm ending up with this. You see, the on this River State issue is something that everybody must take into account.
It's very disturbing.
If you remember January 1966, if you remember January 1966, young majors of the Nigerian army carried out a coup, and it was Christian Igbo coup that led to the pogrom that happened in the north or all over Nigeria. The Igbo people, especially right across the entire southern Nigeria, must take into action and defend themselves and stop some of these people that are carrying out these inflammatory statements. That was what led to the pogrom, the killings of over 3 million Igbos right across Nigeria, simply because young soldiers, majors, carried out a coup. And I'm expecting, even before IBB wrote his book, to tell Nigerians and the world that it was not an Igbo coup. Till today, they are still calling it Igbo coup. This is very, very inflammatory, and it can cause a lot of problems to my mother's ancestral people. And that is what I am here to tell you people. I beg you. That should be stopped. This stereotyping, people commit crime and they target on Igbo people, must be stopped in that country if really Nigeria is one. I thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. So TY, make a let
Yeah, I just wanted, kudos to the guy, friend from Ghana. But I think there's something that should be corrected from what he said. The 2026 electoral law as amended does not give INEC the option of doing what they want. No, it doesn't give them that option. What it says, first of all, is that there has to be electronic transmission. In the event, that's the option. In the event that you do not have a network, you can't transmit, then you can resort to the second option, which is manual. So it's not as if they will just come and decide, oh,
let us do manual or let us do no. That's not what the law says. So I just wanted to clarify that. But to comment about on Asari Dokubo, I think it's sad because you can see how this is a very stupid statement and inflammatory statement is beginning to gain traction. And the polity, there's so much tension already in the polity. And for him to make that callous statement, and the law still allows him to be working and nobody is inviting him, DSS is not inviting him to come and, to caution him or to clarify his stuff. That's very inflammatory.
But I also blame it on your southern leaders. Now you can see the way Anarewa youth has taken it up and has cashed on what he said to react. The southeastern leaders or the southeastern youth, what are they? Why are they not talking? Immediately he made that statement. This thing I'm saying here is what they ought to have responded with immediately. How did you ascertain that it is only Igbos in the market that reacted? Because market is often made up of different ethnic.
A lot of people.
Market where even Kukuma get where Adamawa person be inside. That's the market. Now get Benue person where they from get trouble. Now that market not go get other tribes. You won't tell me, say the people then way vex over the attack, they single themselves. All other tribe come on their body, only people now attack. How did you ascertain? How did you come to the conclusion?
Who is an Igbo person and who is not an Igbo person?
Now maybe Igbo leaders, I would have demanded an empirical evidence from him. How?
No. You don't.
On another they talk. I'm sorry, but at some point, people are saying that be the reason why they do on a visit they do. That might be the reason. And you can see how the Arewa youth, even with all the things their youth they do, even with all the things where they blame on northern youth, what did they do? Even with the attacks, destroying people's farms, what did they do? Even with the killings for different areas, what did they do? See the way people of the Ezaha for inside Enugu State, they suffer for their hand. He no see that one talk. But the one way people react to what they do, they say, oh, they're killing our people in Enugu State. They're killing, we will and represent now go fit to be 50 people dying, and government is silencing. And you Southeasterners are not talking. You see, with that conversation, the first thing you guys ought to have done was to come out and match him what for, demand either an apology or an empirical evidence from him. You guys are not doing it. It's emotional, I beg. Not be me go.
Well, I think it's part of the problem that we see in Rivers State. That you have bad actors, you have rogue elements who have turned Rivers State to a place of confusion. It is up to you people to begin to fish out those people and to deal with them. The likes of him, the likes of Wiki and some other people who are bent on, who have refused to shed, their skin. If they begin run, now that man cannot run. You see how he is. He can't run. Nothing wrong. So people, I think he's broke and he's looking for people, sympathies and people will go hail and come give him money and tell him how good he is. And he has said before how he uses people to kill the Igbos. He said nobody took him on. He has a militant group armed that is showing off in the video. Nobody is taking him on. So it's not a question of what do you want the Igbo people to do? The state that has the authority, the monopoly of the use of force that is supposed to pick him up and lock him up, he's not doing it. Let an Igbo person go and do that kind of a thing and you see what is going to happen. So what do you want the Igbo people to do to talk so that they will lock them up? They've had enough of this nonsense that's going on in this country.
I'm not saying they should talk so that they will lock them up. Somebody has accused your ethnic group of killing people and of causing violence. What do? You demand for the way he got the results. Oga, he says it's only people in the market that acted, not that people took laws into their hands to commit jungle justice on jungle justice. Oh, please, if that's not the case, please help us, tell us how you ascertained. How did you note that everybody who were part of that jungle justice were only Igbos? They should demand that.
What I'm saying to you is people who are looking for cheap popularity, people who are looking for influence. That guy is a non-entity. I'm sorry. We're done with him. You know who he is. He's a rabble rouser. You know who he is. He cannot live without creating a situation of war and tension.
That's what he wants to. That's what he wants to do. And you don't fight someone using his tools. What he wants is to create tension, and then that's where he's
You
active, so
don't
he can
understand. It's
unleash.
not just about tension. It's as if I cannot take somebody accusing me wrongly.
What do you want him to do? To begin to bandy words with him?
And then you're
To begin
telling me
to bandy words with him?
and keep quiet.
So begin to bandy words with him? Who's this kind of people? You just keep them. You just keep quiet and just move on.
You just keep quiet, and you don't know that silence is consent, because the silence now has made the Northerners think that it is consent, and they are going to have reprisal attack. Now, so we'll keep quiet. By the time people go die for Enugu State,
there are people there are people who are reasonable, who also were there, who witnessed what that thing is. There are people who are there, who are at that place, who witnessed that same thing. I think, like I said, you see, if he wants to start, he's going to start from River State. And I think the authorities in River State should be guarding against this kind of careless statement, because there's already tension in the land. And people like this, they should call them out. That's where it's supposed to start. So Asari Dokubo is a non-entity. He's a non-entity. After quarreling with Tangtita and they didn't give him contract yet, they didn't give him that, they didn't give him all this one that he's doing. At a point, he started fighting Tinubu, and so on and so forth. Now he's busy looking for, I mean, don't you see his stomach is going down? Hunger won't kill him now. So I don't think this is a you go and get money and you go and put a university in Republic of Benin. Is that someone that you take seriously? Someone who says it's not a Nigerian. After some time, you go say it's Igbo. Another time, you go say it's the John. Those are not people that you see. I feel sorry for the network where they give them exposure. It's just like Arabambi and Papa. Network where they give them exposure, they give them they talk rubbish. Where are they now? These are the things that are spoiling this country. If you disregard those people, sometimes there are people, silence is the best answer for a fool. There are times there are people where you could just don't dignify them with anything. Because there are people who are there who know the facts, who know the truth. That's the way I feel about it. And even just assuming that it is true, if it means well, is it the kind of thing that you'll be saying? Assuming, without considering that what he's saying, what he said, the picture he painted is actually what happened. Is that how somebody who has more than 20 children, is that what that person will be saying? Is that a normal human being? Is that what he'll be saying? Who means well? Is that what he will come out and be saying? I mean, there are certain things you don't talk. We are currently we're talking about El-Rufai and saying, he shouldn't have made that kind of careless statement, even if it is true. Shouldn't have come out. There are things you don't say. There's some things you don't say. And because there's impunity, people talk anyhow, anything, and you go free. That's why these things are happening. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that the people who have taken over the country, the politics of the country, taking over the people that you hear and that they give this media coverage and so on, are the worst of us. So people who don't want to get into trouble, they just keep quiet and they're tired.
All right, I'll get to you. Just give me a second. Make we look whether Laura will just drop her thoughts quickly. Good evening, Laura, and welcome. Welcome. Hope you're okay. Good evening to your guests. It's still white than Juma. It's still white than Juma.
Good evening, sir.
Mr. Dokuo.
Good evening, Laura. How you doing?
Can I go on?
Yes, you can. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, Nigerians, how markets?
Another how markets.
You see this election. Do you remember the month of Lagos State local government elections when they scattered people to different places? You were interviewing one young guy, I think from ADC, when he was saying if you are in polling unit 001,
yes,
they will take you, they will throw you
all the way to somewhere else. Yes, sir.
They will throw you completely. Do you see that people are complaining about the same thing in Abuja?
But it's deliberate now to stress you.
Yeah. See, Nigerians, we are funny people. You expect and to appoint an INEC chairman that will do the right thing. It's like saying you expect water to flow out of a dirty gutter. I've said it many times, Tinubu has no redemptive quality. If Satan populated with a woman and gave birth to a child, Tinubu will be the first child. There is nothing
Laura.
worse than Escobar. But you know what? Tinubu is like the sum total of the wickedness that we Nigerians have. The first day I called into your station, I told you that our politicians are a reflection of us.
No, not a reflection of me. I've always argued that. I'm sorry.
To a large extent. A few years ago, I listened to an interview on YouTube. There's this Nigerian elderly man, a young lady was interviewing him. He asked a question. He said, is it that we have bad leaders in Nigeria, or is it that most of us are bad people? In other words, if you take a mean, they say average is not a good way of calculating. Take a mean. Take a mean is a better kind of, or is it a mean or a median? A median is a better kind of average. But the payment was too much, so he broke it down. He said if you take a basket and there are 40 eggs in the basket, you pick one, you tie your eyes, you just pick one randomly, they crack it, it is rotten. You throw it in. You dip your hand in the basket, you pick again, it is rotting. Every 4 years we pick, but the people are rotting. We go back, we pick. Is it that we have misfortune of picking rotten eggs, or the majority, not all, but the majority of the eggs in that basket are already rotting? Therefore, if you did maths in school, they say probability. What is the probability of? If the majority of the eggs in the basket are rotting, the probability of picking a rotten egg is far higher in terms of ratio of picking a bad egg versus picking a good egg.
No, so Laura, I'm sorry, but I would rather have it that the good eggs are kept in separate basket from the bad eggs. So it's a situation where you just filter most of the bad eggs and put together. And whenever you go to a particular basket with bad eggs, it's mostly bad eggs you see. You hardly see good eggs there, even though you may have some good eggs there.
There is something we call a sampling. A sampling that is a proportional representation. When they do polling in the UK or in any country, the maths behind polling says if you interview 100
approximation, I understand.
Yes, and you keep getting the same result. Even if you make the sample bigger, you go from 100 to 1,000.
You still get majority of that one you got.
Close. Yes. So if you take 100 people randomly and you sample and 75% came out a certain characteristic, even if you take it to 1,000, you extrapolate to 1,000, you will likely still get the same 75% out of 1,000. In other words, they will say allow for margin of error 4.4. 5% here, 4% the other way. Allow for a margin of error. We generally are just look at women. You will see how many women can you handle. See, Precious, it's not hard to know a people who have it. We are psychologically damaged. Trauma of living under bad governance for years and decades. My sister said something, and when she was studying in Scotland, two of them were studying in Scotland at the same time, and they would touch one. I don't know if the girl was from Uganda. They just tap her hand to ask her for something. The girl said, "Why are you Nigerians so violent? You can't just be tapping on somebody's hand. Can't you just say excuse me and ask a question? Why do you have to tap something?" Because we live amongst ourselves. Sometimes we don't have an understanding that our worldview, our disposition, our behavior is not normal. The rest of the world don't think that we are normal.
Hey,
I've just been attending a course for almost 7 days now. The owner of the course is a Nigerian lady, and she has to tell the people that all of us Nigerians, we are not the same. She's program where she's trying to invite from all over the world to come to Nigeria, and she's having to say, where I am in Lagos is safe. I mean, I haven't said that. I haven't said that just open the news. I'm not saying it's not happening in other nations, but there is something wrong, fundamentally wrong with us. The fact that over 3 million people in our nation are living in IDP camps, and the rest of us are getting on
We're just okay with it.
Getting on with everything, shows that we are not normal. In this country, a majority, I would say Christian, 45% are Christian. Many no longer go to church. But when the British government proscribed Palestine Action, which was a pressure group to pressure the British government to take a better, stronger position on the death of people in Palestine, the government banned that group and said that they and named them a terror group. Do you know who went to court to fight for those terror? It wasn't the Muslims living in this country. It was just ordinary people. They call it human rights. They said protest the human right. We may not agree with the principles of Palestine Action, the way they protest, block roads and all that. However, if we allow you proscribe them from protesting because we don't necessarily agree with their position, their religion and all that, tomorrow, when we who are the Christians are protesting, you will use the same principles. And some people banded together, took it all the way to the Supreme. I don't know if it's Supreme Court, but the victory came out this week and said the government has no right to prescribe a group as a terror group who were only protesting for what was happening in Israel. What am I saying? A normal human being sees oppression happening somewhere and does something about it. Look at all the protests that Peter Aka, God bless that young man, did. What did Nigerians do, Precious?
Nothing.
Everybody went about their business.
Nothing.
Everybody went about their, please, no vex, so allow me to vent very well today. And I was watching it. I will glimpse, I will go on with my day last week. You see, on last night, we invited a guest yesterday. We were asking for the questions about election and all that. The man said something that when he was much younger, as an Igbo man, he should look like he's 60. See, when he was much younger, before the military will announce what the young people have hit the street, before the military will announce another thing, university students have hit the street, they don't wait for the thing to happen. Just announce the policy. As long as they see that it is wrong, they enter the streets. They've entered the street. They don't even wait for you to do it. The reason Wike is behaving like an emperor with no clothes is because we Nigerians we chose to disrespect ourselves. The way you show up is the way you're treated. As a woman, if you show up in your marriage like a doormat, you will be walked over. As a man, if you show up in your marriage and you don't insist on being respected, you will be disrespected by your wife and your kids will disrespect you. How we show up is how Tinubu is treating us. Nigerians deserve 100% everything that this APC government is doing to them. Because Buhari did it. Akpabio did this. In a same country, when you announce Akpabio as a Senate president, a solid group of people will come together and say never. They will go to court and contest it. Whether they win in court or not is a different issue. Look, we say, let's not even compare Nigeria with the United Kingdom. Let's compare Nigeria with Pakistan. Similar levels of corruption and all of that stuff. Go and look at the history of Pakistan. The legal profession in Pakistan has been a pillar fighting for justice in that country. Every time you do something constitutionally not right, all the lawyers, everything will be on the street. They will literally almost bring the country down. It's like an established pattern of behavior. What does the NBA do in Nigeria? What does the NLC do in Nigeria? It reminds me of let me wrap up, Precious. It reminds me of something that Prophet Tomi Arayomi said when he came to live in Nigeria for a year or two because he grew up in the UK. He said during NSAS, he was in Nigeria, and some people were praying, doing all sort of stuff. I think he said he was in the north, and on his page he was encouraging people, protesting, that kind of a thing. And he said somebody from the southwest, I think he didn't say from the southwest, but from if you've been following his conversation, lots of people that he knew that knew Professor Yemi Osinbajo, so he's in that kind of a circle because Professor Yemi Osinbajo was a pastor. So he didn't say the person was, I'm just presuming. So he said somebody called him and said, I should not be encouraging all these NSAS protests to that they've blocked everywhere, that he wants to go to work with, that is a very important deal he wants to do. He said he was shocked to his bones that this person was so interested in going to complete the next transaction. It didn't matter whether the country died. It didn't matter that Peter, everything Peter was fighting for last week, as what did they call him? Is it the cock has come home to roost? I mean, the chickens have come home to roost.
The chicken.
That election, section 63 that he was fighting, or 2, that he was fighting for, that everybody went about their business. This is the consequence now.
Oh, by the way, did you not hear that they're also taking beavers now to the collation center so that they can tally what they have rigged with what is in the beavers to avoid problem? Do you understand? It's crazy. But my quarrel with all of this is, how long do we keep complaining like this? When we go learn, Abi says no day our head. Now every time we go call, they complain.
See, Nigeria is suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder. Nigerians are suffering from self-deceit. Nigerians are suffering from let me deceive myself, let me deny myself, let me pretend like it does not exist, and the trouble will just go. Because tell me why NLC did not say, as in Peter, we already out, the politicians were coming and like, hey, we are shutting down the street, everybody's because the NLC calls for shutting down of all companies, all organizations, everything. People would have come out and joined that protest last week. But Nigerians chose to sit at home. Some people were typing on social media that what's his name, that Peter Aka and those who were going to protest.
Which NLC did you mention? The same NLC that President Tinubu will come out now and tell something to. They will can't remember saying he commit one crime. They'll use it. Are you not noticing what's happening? Are you not noticing that it's only the opposition that are criminals now? Nobody for inside this government be criminal. Have you not noticed it? Did you not also hear that Chibuike Amechi may be arrested very soon? I mean, I am not a fan of Malami or El-Rufai. I mean, you can see what's happening to two of them. Tambowa, it's coming to Chibuike Amechi. It would come to more people. Maybe the only one where they never get waiting, they won't use arrest them so far. Na Peter Obi, unless they go arrest them. The idea is to tie everybody's mouth.
Every Malami and every El-Rufai that they are arresting in the opposition also exists in the ruling party. So
of course, that's the point. So that's exactly what the opposition is saying, and that's what Bolaji Abdullahi said yesterday. That they are not saying that allow our people when they do wrong, but how about people in the ruling party who have committed same crime? What are you doing to them? Nothing. We still have what did they call on a minister for states for defense? It's still there. Remember all the crime when they saying commit for a crime? They there. Then we get the one for the states.
One person was all the thing I was going to deputize Peter Obi. That is what Tinubu is in. But you see, Precious, I want to wrap up. You see, I will put everything squarely at the foot of Nigerians. As an opposition, if as I am as a woman here, I'm an opposition leader, I will not fight for people who do not want to fight for themselves. People are saying, let the opposition come out and lead. During these protests, even if it's for 10 minutes, different opposition leaders came out. Obviously, came out with women, but then also spoke on the election. And we saw Adebayo come out. We saw Sowore come out. We saw Peter Obi come out briefly to join where the Peter were protesting. We saw Amechi come out briefly to join the Nigerians. No! Nigerians chose not to protest. So, see, Precious,
yes,
you see, I was thinking recently, after the election, when people were doing all eyes on the judiciary, there was a time we were going to give the judgment, and they said people should come out. That if people come out en masse, that the judges will think twice before they do the bidding of anybody. That morning, you could count. Somebody said they were not up to 500 people during this last election petition protest. Same thing. During that all eyes on the judiciary, there's rumor that the judiciary had options of what to do if Nigerians were going to revolt. But Nigerians didn't come out. Let me tell you the mindset of the average Nigerian. There are different types. There was a lady who got, during that time of that judgment, there was a lady in the court of first instance, there was a lady who was thrown out of a taxi at night, and she was rushed to many different hospitals. She eventually lost her life.
Yes.
May her soul rest in peace. That lady was already on her way to do her PhD in the UK. Same also for the Igbo doctor that was unfortunately killed, died in the train.
In the Abuja Kaduna train incident, she was about to leave. Kindly help me wrap up now. She was about to leave too. She was already ready.
Nigerians take a position of, I'm 2 weeks. It's almost 2 weeks I'll be out of this country. But even in those 2 weeks that you are there, you can do something. You can press. You can get involved. Nigerians can say no. Me, I'm in the diaspora. I have done more than some people who are in Nigeria. Somebody was calling somebody to beg for money to eat, to treat his family. But that person paid ticket to fly to Abuja to go protest. The family member called him. Where are you? He said, I flew to Abuja to protest. He said, why are you wasting your time? The person said, I'm pushing for a better Nigeria. I said, no, you're wasting your time. But he's calling that his relative to beg for feeding money. To beg for survival. Don't you see that our medulla oblongata, the medulla oblongata of the average Nigerian person, is not okay? So for me, I made up my mind at the end of the election. I said I will not assist anybody. Let Nigerians stay the square root since they prefer the guns of Boko Haram to the guns of police and the tear gas of police from riots. How you lay your bed, you will lie. Nigerians, they chose not to protest. They will enjoy. All the nations of the world are tightening their immigration policies. And for those Nigerians in the UK, let me go with this. I joined a WhatsApp group of Nigerians in my local area. You comment. When different things will come up. Hey guys, what can we do? Can we protest? What can we do? People will not answer. Some will be supporting Tinubu. They are in the diaspora. They will be supporting Tinubu on the WhatsApp group. Do nothing, they will do anything. You will post from now. Even I posted Stephen Osenwike's when they were going to the White House to protest. I posted it I shared it on WhatsApp to many people that whatever you have, contribute so that they can organize these Nigerians in the US to go to the White House to make some noise, to be on that ground in Washington and make some noise when things were still a bit far back. I went back to look at the GoFundMe. From the period when I shared it to like 4, 5 days after, the money was still there. So nobody gave. When I was born, when I got paid at the end of the month, I put my £300 or so there. That was my own way of contributing. I'm saying that even Nigerians in diaspora. But you know what I'm happy about? Immigration is getting worse every day.
It is that's a big problem of all of us. And I'm sorry, that's why I also think that the opposition is not doing enough. We have all of these things in front of us. Why are they not cashing in on it to campaign? Why are they not telling Nigerians about it? That the choices you're making will destroy you internationally.
Precious. The political, when I was tired of writing in that Nigerian WhatsApp group where I live in the UK, I will write, they will make rubbish of you. These are Nigerians in the diaspora. Some will be supporting Tinubu. So there's one Igbo lady that is married to a Yoruba guy. She's always making excuses for Tinubu, and maybe he doesn't know what his ministers are doing. I don't want to say I want to slap her because she's older than me, but I just look at it that let me not insult people here. But I left it. All I wrote before I left, I'm still in the WhatsApp group, but I don't post anymore. What I did, I just wrote it. I said, this coming election, when we're going to vote for private, I will vote for reform. I will vote for reform. I don't have problem.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Laura.
You see that reform? There was that president. We plan to deport 2 million people. Because until we begin to deport Nigerians in mass, they will not do anything.
Oh, you guys don't start the bring on a back small.
Shebi, you are saying it. It's coming to the UK now. It's coming to the UK. Thank you, Precious. But the country that we refuse to build, the country that both Nigerians are doing that, the country they refuse to build will be their end and their downfall. Everybody who is afraid, they will throw me tear gas, they will kill me. Anytime I said it in the end of the last election, you don't want to protect all the posts that people are posting. Oh, my child is sick. I left Twitter. I said, one pig, I will not contribute. Go and face. Let us all get up and face the politicians. If you don't want to face it, I'm not contributing nothing to nobody. If you don't want to die, but you don't want to face the tear gas, there is a possibility that if all of us goes, that maybe only 1,000 of us will die. How many thousand have died between when Tinubu entered power and now? like Mayego said, what are you going? What are Nigerians but left to meal? I will boycott. The opposition should say no, we're not participating. Let's boycott this election. Come to Chatham House, do your press speech and say Tinubu will not conduct the national election except these standards. Let us get foreign direct involvement in that contest to arrange to conduct the election. Left to someone has said, someone major has said in a Nigerian should be a complete. I think it was Patutoni was being interviewed on the news. He said for him he feels that it should be a complete boycott of the 2027 election.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I don't think that boycott will work anyway. T.Y. Danjuma, just there on the line. Make us show Nigerians some more highlights of what they happen for this evening for inside the election. Take All right, and then earlier, Precious Uguche had this to say this evening as he basically complained about waiting to go on for the election. But then, before then, there was something Achike said that I feel like Achike Ode said that I think is very important, that INEC refused to punish Wike when he made that statement.
Yeah,
Maybe
I think
INEC
did not do this, I think INEC did not do this, did not do what it was supposed to do when that statement was made by Wike.
Okay.
Wike is not an election, it's not in election management.
Mm-hmm.
He's a politician, he's a stakeholder.
Indeed.
He's an interested party. And so he makes a statement that one could describe as not a very democratic statement.
Mm.
And you would expect that the election management body would come out, because they are the ones that have to defend the election. They are the ones that will run the election.
Absolutely.
They are the ones that would announce those who have won elections, especially after the process has been completed.
Mm-hmm.
And so when a prominent politician comes to make that kind of statement,
Yes.
it has a deleterious effect on the minds of the citizens
Indeed.
who are already skeptical, who no longer seem to believe that elections can actually produce the people's choice,
Mm-hmm.
Because they have seen it in the past. They have the experience of 2023. A lot of people are still smarting from that. People have an idea or have a feeling
Mm-hmm.
that the result of that election
Right.
did not go the way it should have gone.
Indeed.
So it becomes problematic.
I don't want to.
ABC in talk with that, but then I'd also like us to also see, let's see what Precious Uguche said. Let's see, take it a second.
Try and enter. Try and enter. No ADC person is inside. Oh. So they should allow you people to enter. No ADC person is inside. ADC person is not inside.
No PDP.
No PDP. Only APC not inside. Try and enter. No ADC person is inside. Oh. So they should allow you people to enter. No ADC person is inside. ADC person is not inside.
No PDP.
No PDP. Only APC not inside. No ADC person is inside. Oh.
Everybody has to be there.
No ADC person is inside. Oh. ADC needs to enter inside. Oh. ADC is not inside. Oh. More than a year ago. No ADC is inside. No ADC is inside. ADC, go. We need an ADC inside. ADC. ADC person needs to be inside. Nobody.
I said, look at that. Did what? And he said what? Let it inside. But the APC inside is more than one. No. APC is more than one. It's more than. I know them. I say I know them. It's inside. Look at it now.
So how can we have other party members going into the collation center, but no other parties that they go inside the collation center? See why? I don't know as they talk for Yoruba language. Just sue me. I don't know if I got that correctly.
But you go swear now. Why waiting? Why you go tired? Now we knew that that's the game. Now it's not. There's nothing new that's happening that we don't know. The man has said, your brother has said that he will obstruct anybody with the against Tinubu. ADC is against Tinubu, so it's clear. You know, again, it boils down to the same thing we would talk, say, electoral act or the amendment or no amendment. These guys will do what they want. And so the solution to correct Nigeria lies somewhere else, not be all these ones. It's not those ones. You know, because there's nowhere else to run to. The security agencies are in cahoot. The judiciary, so far, we can't trust them. It's no longer a temple of justice.
Security agencies, are they not suffering what we're suffering? What is wrong with them?
Well, that's that.
I've been only as a film.
No, but they have to do what they ask them to do. You want me to sack them?
Oh, wow.
You know? So everybody is a stranglehold. It's a stranglehold. They're not interested in your welfare. They're not interested in your welfare. That's why when I was talking about this Asari Dokubo thing, I was saying that first of all, the people you have to blame is the people who have not called him. That's why we have the secret police, the DSS. We have not called him to say, we are inviting you to our office to answer some questions. Two, the state where this whole thing has taken place. You should come out to say, no, this is what happened, this is what happened, this is not true. We have heard XYZ things happen. You know, I mean, somebody came to say this is not true. It is what they say that is more credible than what an individual, an Igbo person would say. In fact, the fact that it's an Igbo person, nobody would even listen to him. You know, how much more this thing. So, you see, it's a state that is going down, is crumbling. Because nobody is impunity. Everybody does anything that he likes, no questioning, nothing. So that's all these things we see as signs of a failed state. It's not failing, it's failed. It's failed. You look your left, you look your right, you look your center, it's failed. And you know, sometimes we blame Nigerians, they are not responding, they are not ready. Some of them have tried. Look at the examples you gave now. The person who was supposed to do his PhD skill, the person who is thrown, the person where they take dagger in eye, and so on and so forth. People have tried. You go to NSAS, people are killed. What came out of it? Nothing. You know, so you see, and you see the big men where they harass them, they intimidate them. You see governors moving. You think all these governors and politicians where they are going because they love the party or because APC has done well. If APC has done well, why are all these things happening? When Fashola was going in for a second term, when he was running for a second term, even PDP in Lagos State said there is even no need for opposition. There's no need for opposition. Because going by what Fashola has done, it will be difficult unless you want to rig to defeat him. So the facts are very clear. They have pauperized Nigerians. They're so poor. Person we never chop, we never see food, we never see anything. You give them 10,000. That's a lot of money. Not to talk about again 1 million. Why do you think that a foolish man, a man like Akpabio, will just be carrying water for people? You know, some of them that you see there. Name them, Moshe Mole and many of them. There's a state capture. And I have said, I said, I don't lose hope on Nigeria. Some people, they attack me. And I said that the only thing that can change this country is something where go tear the country down and we'll begin to build up again. And some people say, no, that's a violent this thing, because these people, they go die. They're ready to die, if you want to remove them from office. So something extraordinary has to happen. Something extraordinary will have to happen. Because they don't monopolize everything. And that's the truth. That's the truth. So, but like Dr. Catch has said, that thank God that there are other external forces that are looking on Nigeria. What can they do? We don't know. We don't know what they can do. But the point is that Nigeria has become a country for all comers, everybody. And is that everybody and everything that is happening that will cause the problem? Because the president, from the way I see, is not even interested in what's. Look at the king that was killed in his own palace. In his own palace. They killed him. Not a word. Not one word. But that's just one person. What of the killings that you have had in Benue, in Dogona, Hawaii, that is in play too? Killings at Bono, Southern Borno, Southern Kaduna, in all other parts of the country. It's a dead field. So this is not a country. Tell me one thing that Nigeria can do that has done well. The only thing that Tinubu has been able to do, and to do well, that he has 100%, is to impose taxes on Nigerians. That's the only thing that he has done, and done very well. To impose taxes. He knows how to devise means and ways to impose taxes on Nigerians, every time. And maybe the second one, to borrow money. That's all. Tell me any other thing that he has done. Oh, your Naira is fairly stable now. You know how much the CBN has been spending to back up the Naira? You know how much? Oh, they say food prices have been coming down. Rice is coming down. This is coming down. Are the people feeling it? Do we see it? You are still importing fuel. You are still on. You have not even done 30% of the 2025 capital budget. You have not implemented it. You are saying that you will by November this year. That's when you will get up to 30% of the capital budget, implementation expenditure for 2025. We're not talking about 2026. So we have to tell ourselves the truth. This is no longer a country. It's not a country. It's no longer a country. It's not. And it's a shame. A big shame. It's a very big shame. When I know that things are good, is when our brothers and sisters back home don't wake us up in the middle of the night to say there's this problem, there's that problem. That's when I know that things have gotten. When I see people not going to line up in the US Embassy and the British High Commission to get visa, when I see people not trying to go through the Atlantic Ocean, when I see...
Kindly just help me hold your thought. Let me speak to this person. Good evening and welcome.
Hello, my dear sister. Good evening, precious.
Sir, good evening, sir. Welcome, sir.
Yeah, I've been calling to
Sorry.
comment on.
Sorry, just go ahead. Just go ahead, sir, and comment.
So there is no problem.
Okay, sir.
Anyway, I'm always watching your program sometimes.
Thank you, sir.
Because of time difference, you know. I am calling from Canada.
Okay, you're welcome, sir.
Yeah, you're doing a very great job, yeah?
Thank you, sir.
You know, I was watching you. You say you're tired, even though
you don't want me to be tired.
Already. No. You too saying it. I can see it already in your face that you're tired, my dear.
I don't tire now.
Nigeria, you know, every morning I wake up, I listen to Nigerian wahala. You get my point? We are living in abroad, but Nigeria is our country. You get my point? This is like almost 20 years I've been living in Canada with my family. But did you know one thing that happened to me? Nigeria is gone, and I am very sorry that some people don't even know that we don't have a country anymore that is called Nigeria. I am just telling everybody that is listening tonight. I am telling you, I came back to Nigeria on November with my family. My wife is not a Nigerian, but my wife doesn't even want to hear anything about Nigeria because he say Nigerians are so corrupt people. He say he called Nigeria Bandulu. He say it's Bandulu country. He's not a Nigerian,
no. But she's supposed to say no be everybody from Nigeria. Yeah.
I bring my children, 3 of my children to Nigeria. For the first time, my daughter is now 15 years. The first day we arrived in Nigeria at the MOM, do you know, after 5 minutes we came out from the plane, they took light in the airport. That was the first plane. My daughter, my children, they witnessed. They were so
only that. That's not a big deal now. That's just something that happens normally now.
In the airport, we took Egyptian air. In Egypt, we stay in Egypt almost 6 hours waiting connecting flight to Nigeria. The light did not blink in Egypt, but immediately we arrived at MOM, the light went off, and everything started still. Everywhere became dark. Nothing is working. We manage ourselves. We go to our hotel. From our hotel, we went to Aba. We went to Aba, Abia State. I live in Aba before I travel. You know why I'm saying this thing? Maybe many people will be wondering, what am I saying? What I'm trying to say there is like this This thing is between like the light and the darkness. I live in Aba for more than 24 years before I travel. I know what I see in Aba. I was born and brought up in Aba. Aba was a dumping ground of dirty. All these governors now that are attacking Lesotho, you know, these people are complete evil people. I am saying it. I always come to Nigeria. There is no good road in Aba, more especially in Aba. Everywhere is so dirty. But did you know that I came back to Aba on November ending? Everywhere is so clean. This man called Lesotho has changed, has transformed Aba. My dear, we don't normally have light. You know that in Aba we have light. Even though I was telling them never to take light, my dear, because it's prepared. I will off all my light in the morning. I want to use my light in the night. But have you seen how these evil politicians are attacking Lesotho? Say he is not doing anything. That's the same thing that is happening in Nigeria. Nigeria doesn't know that this man called Tinubu, it's not because he's a Yoruba man, but you guys can see the way people attack people in Lagos State. That is the same thing will happen everywhere in Nigeria. Look at what is happening in Abuja. Look at what Wike is doing, and everybody is keeping silent. My dear, you say you're tired. I am tired of Nigeria too.
Sorry, sir.
But we will not relent. All I'm saying, let everybody come out, and we must flush out these evil people. The kind of money Nigeria have, I'm not supposed to be in Canada with my children. I am telling you the gospel truth. But because of evil in that country, it's too much, my dear.
All right, sir.
I am not happy at all.
Thank you, sir.
But I'm thanking you guys who are also using your media to make everybody understand what is going on. May God bless you and bless everybody who is listening. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you so much, sir. God bless you, sir. So I think Yunus Atanko said something. I'm trying to get the video of what he just said. He just said something concerning the election. I don't want to say I'm tired, but it's really very disheartening to to see all these things happen in our country, Nigeria. That something as little as an election is so difficult for us to conduct in Nigeria. It's rather shameful that we are the way we are, and it keeps happening. But again, my concern is, how do we, the citizens, keep complaining every time? At what point will our opinion matter? At what point are we going to get it right? At what point will we say enough is enough? I mean, if we feel that there are certain group of people who are not, who are bent on doing things very wrongly, and perhaps bent on foisting their opinion on us, what can we do to ensure that we stop that? That's the question I'm trying to ask, because we know we just make person dey kill us and we continue to stay, so we will die. My aunt could say, if even person tell you say you will die, you will tell yourself, say, God forbid, no, maybe I not will die. So at what point are we going to say, God forbid? At what point will that survival instinct kick in? And we say that, you know what, we have had enough and we cannot continue with this. At what point are we going to keep quiet forever? Every election cycle will come out and start crying. Please, what is going on? Oh, this is that. Oh, when is this going to stop? The same handwriting, please. You can see that INEC rev 80% of the result uploaded BS, the same handwritten. Wow, APC. It is normal now. It is normal. So at what point are we going to really stop? At what point are we going to say, we've had this, it's enough? So I'm really very pained at seeing this happen all the time. I actually did believe, I'm sorry, for a moment I would like to say I believed in the opposition that they would perhaps do some understanding, say them also not be good people, then as much as Agbero as these other people them. So I was expecting them to take it up with these guys, Agbero for Agbero. So like, whatever you know for whatever we know, let's battle it together. That was what I was expecting. So I didn't expect that the people we have now would still allow the people who are doing what they're doing to do what they're doing, and they keep quiet. And then we keep crying, oh, they've rigged us. Till when? Till when are we going to keep crying like this? Till when? And at what point are we going to say, you know what, we've had it? I don't know. So that's what my disappointment is. Let me see if I can get that video of what Eunice Atanko said. It's very disturbing to have the situation the way it is. I think same breaking news. I'm trying to get exactly what he said. I did also hear that somebody has died. I don't know. Putting a call across to anyone right now would be very nice. Maybe when I get that, I'll just put it up as a news on the platform so that we get to hear the news and just see the news. So it's very painful to see. Let's take a listen to what Eunice Atanko said.
The situation in this country is becoming more alarming than I thought. At the moment now, reports reaching us in the situation room indicate that Gwarimpa, Gariki, and Kauru resort are ready since 9 o'clock, and they refuse to announce it just because Dr. Mo is leading. And that is why the chaos is everywhere within those particular places. At the moment, as we're talking, there's going to be heavy mobilization. Tear gas has been shot at everyone. So now I'm using this opportunity to call on all Nigerians to be vigilant and come out in this respect. Yes, I know some people are saying, why am I not? I'm there myself. And this is the time also the political party leaders of the ADC must come out with volume of positions saying that no to this election rigging, because the target is to rig out Dr. Mo, who is already leading in this particular election. And this is the test that they are trying to arrange for the general election. We must battle this one now. And I'm urging everybody to come out, please, to the rescue of Dr. Mo, because he has won this election, and that is why they are afraid, and they brought out all the governors manipulating and bringing all the money that they've stolen, with all due respect. But at this point in time, we don't care. We just want to get the election correct and all. Please, let's mobilize as quickly as possible. They must announce this result as now.
There you go. He just released this just a few seconds ago.
Precious, okay, just doing what he said he will do. You know, the AMAC chairman, I was listening to Riti Kingebe, one of one of our appearances on one of the stations. And she said that the AMAC, the chairman is supposed to be to have 2 terms. He's been there for 4 terms. Nobody has queried it. Nobody has gone to court. Nothing. I remember the wreck. In fact, this is from Guinea, but I remember that it did happen. The wreck in Kano, who was bent on implementing the result. I mean, you know, announcing the result as was cast, as the votes were, you know, the exact result. They locked him up in his house and his family, set him on fire and ablaze. Nothing has been done about that man. Nothing has been said, no compensation, nothing. Because he wanted to stand for the truth. So that is the kind of opposition that people are facing. Nigerians have done very well. I'm telling you, they have done very well in opposing this government. That is why I said that what it now needs now, there's a time when some type of sickness or ailment will require surgery. And when you do surgery, blood will be shed. The situation now is not taking APC or Panadol. The situation now requires to tear down the system. I have no apologies for that. Some people are challenging me, but I have no apologies for that.
Don't say that on this platform or before they'll say me I'm supporting your view. You
No,
know,
when I say tear down the system, I mean, I'm not saying people should go and kill or go. I'm saying that this system that we have has to be destroyed. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm very clear. You have to destroy it. It's not working. It has to be pulled down. Because this system, everything. I mean, did you listen to Mikey Guinea to see how progressively they have tried to reform, to amend?
Do you know the reason why I took that video from Arise to repost it? So for some of the things I do on this platform, it's not because of the views or whatever it is. For me, it's mostly for archive. To archive some things that happen in our country.
Can you imagine his frustration?
Exactly. The way he illustrated how he chronicled how far we've come.
And he ended up by saying
the man
that
put the station for China network. He don't lose hope for Nigeria since.
He said it's 10 years. His 10 years in INEC was a waste. That's what he said. It was just a waste.
Please, I don't want to start regretting myself. Let's go. Good night, please.
Good night.
I don't want to start regretting myself because I'll just I don't want to. I want to believe that something can happen. I want to believe that I want to believe that there was a significant marker statement that was made in 2023 election, and if the momentum is sustained, we can do much more better. You know, I want to believe that, and I want to believe if that momentum is sustained, Nigeria can get it right. But see, there is a lot I wanted to say, but I don't know if I can say it. You know, I'm sorry. It's just the group, the style of politics that started now that changed the narrative of what the 2023 election created. Did you know that the 2023 election almost put fear in the minds of politicians and started demanding accountability from them? Did you know that? Politicians became scared and understood that there is need for them to be accountable for the citizens. That was what that 2020, the fear that 2023 election brought. But do you know what changed it? In this particular election now, politicians do not care whether they're accountable to you or not. They believe that once they are aligned to the center, they can win the election. So that fear, that's awakening that 2023 election brought has just been killed by Babasope politics. I'm sorry to say.
one last thing I want to say.
I'm sorry to say. Go ahead, please.
I have seen a man. Who has 2 kids. 2 kids, only 2. And disciplined gentleman from a good background, raises children well. Something happened. He came to a point where he had to disown his son. You are no longer my son. And he said it painfully. He said it with tears in his eyes. Yeah, his own biological son. He has only 2 of them. Said, you are no longer my son from now on. That is the stage that we have reached in Nigeria. Yes, sir. Good night.
Good night, sir. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right, Nigerians, that's the size of our package. I'd like to say a big thank you to everyone who's part of the show. Thank you so much. But let's not give up. Let's keep fighting. I believe that we can get there and we'll get our Nigeria right someday. And for now, protect your mental health. I love you guys. Good night and God bless you. Thank you.